Hi everybody! Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this. Look at this. This is the Virginia Beach in the rain. It's like 38 degrees and the sea is just kicking it up. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This morning for sunrise we had dolphins. Oh my gosh, I'll post pictures. It was so beautiful. But I wanted to come back. We're off for the afternoon. We have an event this evening. And I wanted to come back and get with you. I'm going to go inside because it's freezing. This Florida girl is freezing. I want to share with you a couple of things. I want to share with you. So I'm going to turn it around again because this is my view. I'm waking up to this like every day, which is just amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'll put that behind me. I want to share with you a couple of things. I want to, please excuse me, the hotel I'm staying in has the ugliest curtains on the planet, but it's a lovely hotel. I want to share with you a couple of things. So something really fun and interesting happened last night. And I just really want to reiterate the power of trusting the universe, and trusting that they've got you. I promise you they've got you. I say that even though this class I'm taking is like pushing me, which is the whole point, but and all of us are in there going, but I just keep coming back to that. They've got you, they've got you. So last night I said to my friend, I have a couple friends that live here in Virginia Beach. It's been such a gift to see them and spend some quality time. It's just been truly, I'm so grateful for that. And so last night we went to dinner, and my friend said, where do you want to go? What do you want to eat? And I said, I want to eat this. And he's like, oh, that might be really hard to find. And, in the town on this day. And I said, okay. Cause yesterday being Veterans Day, and this is a military town. So all the restaurants are going to be jammed. And, I said, okay, well, I'm not married to it, and excuse me, and the universe will work it out and it'll all be fine. And so, he said, well, we can go back to this restaurant we went to the other day, which had a very extensive menu and really good food. And there were certainly other things on the menu I could find. And as we were pulling into the parking lot, he says, this was the other place we almost went to the other night. Let's go there. And I said, oh, okay, great. It's fine. What do I know? And so, okay, great. And we go in, no wait. We sit right down. It's no problem. We look at the menu. They're doing a fundraiser, and the special menu item that they had for the fundraiser was exactly what I had said I wanted to have for dinner. So when you trust in the universe and you put that intention out to the universe with love and with complete confidence that it's going to come to you, even something as simple as a dinner is really the universe will spin like cogs in the wheel to make that work out. And so it's just a matter of putting it out to the universe, releasing it, not having that tie to it, that desperation of I have to have it, because that comes into ego, and just putting that out to the universe and releasing it and letting the universe work it out, because they always will. They always will. So, Robin, if that's you watching, send me a little heart, because I saw Andy's post, and I want to do the cards of the week. I did pull cards, so I wanted to pull cards. So I wanted to make sure I got back to you all with cards of the week. So I love that the first card was teaching and learning, and so I want to jump in on this because we're still in the full moon energy. So full moon was last night, and that energy is going to wane starting tonight. So it is a cycle. People are like, oh, the full moon, and once it's over, okay. So the moon starts to come off of that full moon, but the energy is there. So remember what I said yesterday, the energy builds up to the full moon, and then it wanes, and the energy comes back down to the new moon. But it's not a switch, you guys. It's not a switch. Energy, we leave our residual energy in lots of places, in places we've been, in old houses. And so that energy, as the moon energy is starting to come down, it's not instant, like, oh, the full moon's over, okay, everything should go back to normal. So it takes some time. It just allow that. And so as we pull into that first card with teaching and learning, what I want you to understand about that, what I'm feeling is that I need to share with you, is that everything is designed to teach us. Everything that happens to us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, is designed to teach us. So it's really important that we're having what I said about the story I just told about dinner last night, that we're having that trusting with the universe, and just trusting that everything is working for our highest and best good. And so part of that, where this is coming from, it's not about you teaching, is that the universe is always teaching. The universe is always confirming for us what we are putting out there. So I put out there that I wanted to have this for dinner. I didn't have any ego involved in it. I said, you know what, you'll lead me where we're going to go. It's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. It's always for my best good. And then just to release it. And so the universe teaches me again to show up in this restaurant and have it be exactly what I had been looking for originally, is something that this restaurant doesn't even normally have on their menu. And to have that. And so the universe is always teaching. So we are always, it is always teaching and learning. The universe is always teaching us, and we are always learning from the universe if we can get our ego out of the way and we can allow that unfoldment. Okay, if we can allow that unfoldment. So the second card came up and I had to kind of look at this and I was like, oh, indigo and crystal children. I was like, wow, all right, well, I know that my son, at least my older son, is absolutely an indigo child. And so I think it was so interesting because what this is talking to me about is that they our indigos and our crystal children, they're coming of age. So many of them, so my kids are going to be 22 and 19 come the new year. Oh, Lord, how did that happen to a nice lady like me? But you know, our kids are coming of age, but it's not just the kids. It's because we're waking up. And so the indigos and the crystals, indigo kids are, and indigos have been on the planet for a long time. They're not just, 20-year-olds, but indigos are the truth tellers, the people with like a bullshit detector that's like on it. So when you get somebody who just like cannot deal with, don't lie to me, don't cheat, don't manipulate. I know when you're lying. I know when it's not true. And they have zero tolerance for that for bullshit and manipulation. Those are your indigos. It's a really good indication that that's who you're dealing with as an indigo. The crystal children, many of them are still quite young, but crystal children they're so in touch with the natural world, and many of them have these big eyes. They have these big eyes. Oh, heat out of my room, and now I'm warm, even though it's like 30 outside, and I know the temperature is dropping. I'm not used to 30. So the crystal children have it's really characterized by big eyes, and they're just so drawn to nature. But there are many people who feel like the indigos and the crystals are the ones who are going to save humanity. So the rise of them is so exciting. It's so interesting to watch. But here's the thing about this card. It isn't necessarily like you got to go find out what your kid is, or that, you got to find out, you got to go find a kid that's like that. This is about our awakening. This card is about understanding that there is a global phenomena happening. There is a global awakening going on right now where we are all coming into that rise of our power and understanding that there is so much more out there, that in the end, we, by waking up, are going to be the ones to save humanity. It's going to be led by the indigos and the crystals, but it's going to be us that saves humanity. We are the ones. And so really this is all about waking up. And so last night with the full moon, I had so many people were texting me like, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Relationships and angel numbers and all kinds of stuff is coming to the surface so it can be dealt with and healed and released, because you are waking up. We are all waking up. And so this isn't just about the indigos and crystal children, but after the Parkland shooting, we saw March for Our Lives, and the kids are leading the way. The Parkland kids are the ones that put together and led the charge for this massive march for to end gun violence. The kids are leading the way, but we have to do our part too. So it is about the youth, leading us into the next generations and to the next iterations of our future. But we have to do our part. We have to do our job. We have to open our eyes. We have to take our ego out of it. We have to trust that the universe is working stuff out. And it is so hard. I mean, trust me, I get it. And it is so hard to trust in the universe with all this crazy stuff that's going on in so many countries. I mean, it's not just our country. There's so many countries. This leader stepping down, this country's at war, this all kinds of stuff. But it's all this stuff is just coming to the surface so it can be healed and it can be laid to rest, and that it can be dealt with. So we have to be willing to wake up ourselves and to own our part and to be able to trust in the universe. Even when shit's going wrong, we trust in the universe. Even when stuff's going wrong, we trust in the universe. And that is so important, that it's all about we are waking up too. And so, like I said, the indigos and the crystals are going to lead the charge, but we have to be ready for our part of it, which means we have to open our eyes to this higher consciousness of the universe that is always in charge if we will take our ego out of the way. And so here, I love this because here was the next card was Counselor. And I absolutely love this. This is Azrael, who is most often associated with the dead and with the underworld. But I love that this is, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So this is the thing. We've got to trust ourselves as we're waking up and we're dealing with our stuff, and we are really connecting ourselves into that higher power, that really innate intelligence of the universe that is there. But we got to trust what we're being given. We got to trust that we are leading in the right way, and that we are being led in the right way. Trust in the power of the universe. And that also, not just that you are the counselor, but that the universe is the counselor. So all of this comes back to trusting into that higher guidance that I promise you is there. And when we allow it and we take our ego out of the way and we allow the universe to lead us and to guide us, it will always be to our benefit. Even if it's sucky in the moment, the thing that the suckiness is going to lead to is always better. I haven't told this story in a while, but some of you may know the story of how Bank of America tried to steal my house. It is a part of my blog. If you read my blog, you probably know the story. But when the housing market crashed and all the banks were, just foreclosing on everybody, Bank of America, just to make this a super short story, Bank of America was trying to foreclose on our house. We had been in a refinance with them, and they had merged with another company, and they lost us in their computer system. And so even though we'd been paying our mortgage diligently, they had taken the money, but they had put it in the wrong place. And so it took a long time to get that sorted out, but Bank of America had tried to steal our house. And so it was just this horrible time. And it was so, the harassment from the bank and in and out of foreclosure and the emotional toll it took on me, and just drama. And I thought, oh my God, please let me survive this, and please let us keep our home. And so in the end, we kept our home. And we win the battle and all of this. And I think, okay, we own our home. We don't own it, but we still, have the mortgage on it. We had 2 mortgages on it. But so what happens at the end of it, all of this drama that we go through, all of this is a big part of my journey that led me, to doing this work. But at the same time, the bank was forced to make restitution. And in the process, they had to forgive and release our second mortgage to the tune of $85,000. That's $85,000 I don't have to pay back on my home. The universe could not have orchestrated a way for the bank to forgive my second mortgage and hand me $85,000 without putting me through all that crap, and using that to put me on the path to be able to do this work. So even though it sucked and it just was the most horrible time, it came to be an amazing blessing in the end, because the universe always has your back. And so even as we look at Archangel Azrael, who I say is so often connected with death, the card is Counselor, and it's reminding us that the universe is always got our back. Even in the sucky part, there is always a blessing in it, and just to trust in that and to lean into that and go, I know you're torturing me for some reason. I know there's some blessing you're going to give me. Just, could you hurry up already? But I know there's some blessing. And if there's a lesson that I'm supposed to learn in there, let me learn it, show me, give it to me so I can understand it and I can absorb it and I can learn from this, and we can all move on from the crap. So it is okay to say that. But so then the last card, and I felt like, let me pull one more card. So we have healthy lifestyle, but it was upside down in redirection. So we have healthy lifestyle, which means, especially as we're coming into this cold weather and this winter time, and this is a dark time. We're in daylight savings. This is a dark time, and people don't take care of themselves in this time. It gets dark so early. It's cold out. We don't exercise. We don't eat right. We eat warmer, heartier foods that are heavier in calories. We want that, stick to your ribs kind of cooking, and we're not exercising, and we're not going outside, and we're not getting that sun on our third eye, and we're not getting that exercise, the moving of the body. We're not as healthy in the winter, and it's really important that we hold on to that. That we want to stay healthy. You want to make sure you're still eating lots of green leafy vegetables, and that you're still seeing the sun, and you're getting a lot of sleep, and you're drinking a lot of water. A lot of times in the colder weather, we don't drink as much water because we're drinking warm things and soups and cocoa and coffee and tea and all these things. You need water. Your body still needs water. You're still a plant. You need to grow. You need to have the water. So really just the reminder because when we're in redirection, we're not, it's that reminder of you might not be doing this quite as much. So let's make sure that even as we're in the darker months of the year, that we are doing all the things to really keep ourselves healthy. So we have teaching and learning. And that, the universe is always teaching us. It's a trusted guide. It is the most wonderful trusted guide if we can lean into that and really trust into the universe. That the children are going to lead us, the indigos and the crystals are going to lead us, but it's up to us to really, heal ourselves and be ready to follow them and to continue that process of waking ourselves up to the power of the universe, the power of love, and to really follow all of that. And that the universe is that trusted counselor that is going to guide us in the most wise way, wiser than we can see for ourselves, and that we then become the trusted counselor to others because we are following that wisdom, we're allowing that wisdom. I promise you, they know more than we do. They have our best interests at heart. And just to remind us to stay healthy in this colder time, be safe as you travel, safe as you drive, eat healthy, make sure you're drinking enough water, and just really taking good care of your human vessel, because that is so important, so that you get to stay here for a long time on the earth plane, because there's so much work for all of us to do to help heal our earth and heal our society, and it takes all of us waking up and expanding the light. So if you like this video, please feel free to share it, like and share, and invite other people to come and follow us and be part of our community that's bringing in more light, because really that's the way we're going to go together and save our humanity. I remember growing up, it was save the whales, save the manatees, and now we got to save the humanities. That's us. We got to save us. But it's going to take all of us to do it. So hang in there. If you're experiencing this Arctic cold that has reached Virginia Beach, please be safe, please be warm, and please take good care of yourself, and know how very, very much I love you, and I'm so honored every time that you come and spend some time with me today. So on any day. So thank you so much for being with me. Have a great week, and I will see you back home next week.